What's up, cosmonauts? I'm Trendy. He's Cosmo Clay, and we're joined by a special guest, Mr. Rusty. How are y'all doing today?
What's up?
What's going on, Rusty? What's up, YouTube?
What
What are
up? What
you
up?
What are you drinking on there, Rusty?
Just an iced tea, man.
Iced teas. It's got sugar in it.
No, you know what it actually is? It's one of those, that Mio stuff that you
Yeah, it
squirt
is.
in
Yeah.
water? The
Oh, I used to
Mio
drink it
iced,
all the time.
yeah, it's
The
awesome, man.
energy
It's
one.
0 calories and it tastes like legit iced tea, man.
Huh.
So I just use that.
I'll have to give it a try.
It's a lot easier than like mixing, putting some tea bags in there and adding
Yeah.
the sugar and doing all that.
He said the
Yeah.
word of the day: teabag. That's good. So Clay, we were looking at the charts a little bit before we started the show, and there's a lot of blood dripping around. How's it going out there?
Yeah, it looks like you know how I'm always saying it's on the line. Well, this time it was like right in the middle. So like when you look at those TA lines, they kind of go like a triangle, and like it was just right in the middle of it. So everybody was expecting it to go one way or the other, obviously. But yeah, those lines are. My friend always says those lines are like magnets. So like once it decides which way it's going to go, it goes all the way down or it goes all the way up really fast. So yeah, I mean, if you know what you're looking at, you can make bets on that. But yeah, I buy the dips. So, but yeah, we pumped all the way up to 25,000 for Bitcoin, and then just
Mhm.
kind of like now we just hit I think 23K. So we'll see. People are calling for 14, 18,000, 20,000, 19,000. There's all kinds of numbers out there, but we'll see what happens.
Just throw a dart at a board and guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there hasn't been like a whole lot of activity going on in other than like building, and there was a few NFT mints, but yeah, that's pretty much my update for the market. Pretty much been chopping ever since I think BlackRock started buying, and then now we're kind of correcting. So we'll see if we see further correction or if we because some people think we're about to, pump up to like 32,000. That would be like the next range, 32 to like 38,000 technically. So
I'm trying to
yeah,
see
we'll see what happens.
what they're
We'll see if
sitting
we
at
go
right
down to the
now.
lower range. I remember when Bitcoin was at, I think it was like 18, 17K, 19K, whenever it dipped this most recently.
Yeah.
And I think it was some kind of bank. They said Bitcoin is more likely to hit 10,000 than it is 30,000 because it was right in the middle. It was like 20,000, right? So they were calling for $10,000 Bitcoin, which my friend is also calling for, the guy that does the trading. He thinks that would be a pretty healthy place to hit and then bounce off from there as like a bottom. But yeah, I don't know. I think we would need a little bit more like some darker news or maybe the rate hikes that are coming. What do you think, Rusty?
I don't know, man. I just want it to go up. Is that too much to ask for?
I'm cool with
Yeah.
it, like settling for a little while, or even go down a little bit more. Let's fill those bags a little bit more. We know it's going to take
Mhm.
off, or we're believing that it's going to eventually take off. So let's scoop up as much as we can. I'm looking at the last 24, and Atom is down 11.4, down to 1085. Secret is down 4.5 to 119. We got Bitcoin down 2.8 to 22.7 or 22.8. Juno down 8.2 to 5.7. But in the last hour, everything is green again. But that's just that little bounce that we're seeing. Everybody trying to buy some little dips and stuff.
What do you
Yeah,
think
it's
about Kadira?
Kujira.
Kajira.
It's
Kajira, I
all the
like it,
rage,
but
man.
we
It's
might. Are
all
you?
the
What do you
rage.
have up, Clay? You
Huh?
showing a screen?
Yeah, I got the basically the market up there, but just looking at different prices, Kajira went all the way up from it was like
It's
83 cents, right?
Yeah, I
it's been
bought it
on
at
a tear.
88.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that. It went all the
nice.
way down to 58 cents, not even half a month ago.
Yep.
I'm
Bottom looks like around 41 cents, but it was sitting about right here when yeah, I was gonna buy some and it was sitting about right there and I just didn't pull the trigger. I could have got like 1,200 coins.
Yeah, I'm in the
Dude,
Wrecked Wolf group, and those are all Terra transplants. So they're
Yeah,
all like
yeah,
really big into this one right here. So they
yeah.
have a validator on there. They're shilling the hell out of this token.
I
So it
think
got
that's
me
what
all
this
FOMOing.
is. That community showing up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I think that's
they,
what that is. It looks just
yeah,
like that, but
yep.
that's impressive price action. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, in this market for damn
Congratulations to
sure.
anybody that bought in this range right here. Seriously.
Absolutely. I want to buy some, but I'm too scared to, I don't want to FOMO in and then buy it and it just the bottom fall out. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait around a little bit and see what
Oh
happens.
yeah. There's a little bit of alpha. I think Cosmos Spaces is looking to get into the active set because they're going to be in what's
Nice.
it called? Increasing it.
So there's
Yeah.
a big wallet holder who nobody knows who it is, but they're unbonding currently right now, and that's what's making everybody a little bit nervous about jumping on the price
Yeah.
right now because nobody knows what they're going to do with it. A lot of speculation. Maybe they're freeing it up because the osmosis incentives
Yeah, to
are
buy
going to launch, so they're going to move it over there. So I actually unbonded mine as well. Like the APY isn't like crazy. Like I need to
what is
keep it
it?
there. I think it's like 2 or 3%, if even that.
Yeah. Because I heard it has no inflation, so I guess
Yeah.
that's all transaction fees. That's
Yep.
impressive too.
Yeah, it's like I had it staking for like a week and I think I had like 250 token and I didn't even gain one token, so I'm not worried
Yeah.
about unbonding it right now.
Yeah. That keeps the sell pressure low though, so that's cool.
That's
Pull
what
up
I was gonna say. Absolutely.
pull
Yeah.
up Kujira's like website and like some of the programs and stuff
Where
like
is
they
their
have in there.
website?
Let me
It's
see.
it's
The Kujira
Right
app,
here.
there you go.
yep. It's really cool.
So yeah, just like scrolling through here, looking through
So
here.
what exactly is it? Like, is it just a DEX or is it looks like
It's
it's more of an ecosystem?
Yeah, it's definitely
yeah,
scroll back up, go to the
they
launch it.
they've got liquidations, they've got the AMM, um, and a couple other things. Here it goes right
There you
here.
go. Those are the things that are building. So blue is going to be your dashboard. Um, I think the top left Orca is where you do like your bids and stuff. So this is where you have your wallet, your staking.
It's very clean.
Yeah, it is. And that's what they're trying to be. Like obviously Terra was well known for this sleek infrastructure that they had. Everything looked very well thought out, looked like a Web 2.0 living in Web 3. So that's what you get from this. And these guys are really leaning into that. And that's why Terra is really bullish on it. And I want to say that they have the stable coin as well that
The K, what is it?
And
USK?
stable coins make me nervous, man.
yeah,
They
there
make
was
me
a
so
whole lot of
freaking
random stuff
nervous,
going
dude.
on with
Like,
UST though.
there's just nothing they can say anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
I
they
think
have
Anchor
said
is the big
every
thing that
single
killed it.
thing. No, it was definitely Terra. It was just like, I mean, there's nothing they could say. Like it's backed by this or that. It's like I don't trust any of it anymore.
Yeah.
And
It's fair.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to trust the government, but I mean, it's just like unless everybody like jumps on the crypto bandwagon tomorrow and they all believe in that decentralized stable coin, I'm not investing in any of those.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, and bridged assets are scary too now. So so then you get two, you get a stable coin and then you got a bridge stable coin too. So
Oh,
we get a double whammy of that right now. So
but
it's
A double
definitely
rug.
nerve wracking. But this is really nice. Yeah, order books and
yep.
yeah, this is
Prop,
sexy.
props to them because think how fast they got this chain up and they got everything up. I mean, they got this up super quick, and this is really, really clean.
And they did not decide to go on to like Secret or Juno. They did their own chain, right?
Yep, they just spun up their own.
That's cool. I like that option in the Cosmos.
I do too. I
know?
mean, it's there for you. I mean, they make it easy for you to just spin up the chain to exactly what you need it to be instead of trying to work within somebody's house. Just build your own damn house.
Oh, so they do have. Oh, I was going to say they have perpetuals, but it says coming soon.
Yeah.
Wow, people are going to be able to 10x Juno, long Juno 10x. Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh
I
man.
know Rusty's going to get in on that. I saw that there was some kind of other thing coming straight to Juno for that, but I don't remember what it is. I just saw something briefly on Twitter.
There's so much coming to Juno, and I just absolutely love it. I hate to say this, but the silver lining of the Terra crash was a lot of these cool builders, protocols, everything coming over to Juno, and it's awesome to see being a Juno maxi. I love seeing it, and I hate that it happened. I lost a lot of money over in Terra, but yeah, come on over to Juneau. We'd love to have everyone come over here. It's an awesome place to be.
Yeah, I think they were just like set up, you know, being a permissionless COSM-WASM chain. They were just kind of set up to absorb that. And they did so in a, you know, graceful, nice way. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, this is cool. Kujira, $1.64 right now, was just 80 something cents. So that's wild.
Yeah, I think I bought it at 88 like a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Fill
And
those
that when they
bags
were
up.
already thinking it was going to fall back down, so it kept pumping.
Yeah. It usually does the opposite of what you think it's going to do, right?
Every time I buy, things just start dropping. So
He bought. Dump it.
It
So the
happens
next
every
thing we
time.
have is going to be the you're talking about the we missed it on the last show, the Nomic second airdrop.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. They haven't actually said, you know, this is what they're going to do. Other than one hint is that you don't want to stake in the top, like, you know, 20 validators, right?
Gotcha.
Which is, you know, pretty much a standard, you know, practice that we promote here is decentralize your bag and spread it out amongst different validators that you believe in, especially those outside of the top 10 or top 20. Always a best practice to stake some of your bag out of there, you know. And yeah, so we'll see. People have speculated that it's going to be based off of the Evmos chain. So what you're staking in Evmos, because yeah, I don't know. That just it was surprising to me to hear that, but we'll see if they're right.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I've got my bag of Nomic just sitting over there waiting. So now it keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, I think that was one of the best airdrops so far in the Cosmos, is that they just dropped the coin and said, okay, people that are dedicated to compounding are the ones that are going to get the actual coins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really cool. They relied on the mathematics of the chain to reward the early adopters, and yeah, and you still can't sell it. And how long has it been? Like 6 months plus. So it's been pretty
a
crazy.
while.
Only the most dedicated people. I swear, there's going to be people that are going to be like, "God damn it! I should have compounded more, like they said." Yeah, people are going to have FOMO.
Yeah,
it never lets you down. You know, it's never disappoints. There's no price to it. It's all just pure speculation. But yep,
numbers only go up.
Compound the hell out of it.
So far.
What do you think the price is gonna be at when it finally is unveiled?
I don't know. I've heard anything from $1 to a couple of dollars. I don't know. I would love a couple of dollars. That would be a nice little treat. Pay off all the finger clicking I've done to compound.
My friend kind of thinks $3 to $5, but I mean, who really even knows? I mean, that would be fantastic, right? But he kind of thinks it's going to be like everything in Cosmos, where it comes out at $5, pumps to $7, retraces back to $2. You know what I mean?
True.
So,
true.
We'll see if it follows that playbook. You can come back and like and subscribe.
Did you see that I guess it was Stargaze, they upgraded their something within their contracts, the governance vote to the stakeholders, to where on the marketplace the trading fees, 1% of it was going to go to the stakers?
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, so I think they have like a 2% fee. 1% gets burned. The other 1% is now going to go to the stakers of Star's token.
Oh, okay. Cool. Power to the stakers.
Yeah.
I saw that it was pumping up to like 3 cents or something like that.
That's nuts, dude. We were so close to nipping at $1 at one point.
Yeah. Same with Wawa. Like, it was at 1 penny.
Close to a cent, right?
Yeah, like that one got sucked out completely, and I was very surprised.
You may pull up your screen.
Which one was I looking for?
I don't know. We were talking about Stargaze.
That's it. have my normal profile on
yeah,
here.
look at that.
What did it go up to? This one says 4 cents, but we know it was at 75 or no 81. Wow, that's crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
Just so steep hill. You know, that reminds me of that game that you play on iOS with the little race car. Anyway, yeah,
That
that's
looks like a
steep
rug.
hill. Yeah, it does look like a rug. But I think it's just due to, I guess, is it because the artists just get the coin and then sell it?
I'm
Is that what it
imagining.
is? Like,
Ask
I mean,
Rusty what they did.
I think that's what happened, right? They did a series of airdrops, and right when they were airdropping the.
well, it was doing good. Like this period right here is like people claiming their airdrop.
Yeah.
And then I guess that started to sell their airdrop. But then like around here is when we started to mint. And then it took a steep dive, you know. So I guess that they're just like getting the coin and selling it for USDC or whatever, you know, to lock in their gains, which I don't blame them. But
no, they had it in UST.
I guess how could they prevent that? USD. Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I think obviously a lot of that was just the market, but yeah, I was expecting that to continue to take off, and it's weird that it got so close to $1 and then dropped so dramatically like that. When you see token who kind of retain a certain level of value, like Secret was something that we could use an example, like pumped up to almost 10 and it dropped down to 1, but I mean, what did it hit? Maybe like high 80s, low 90s a couple times, but it never really dumped like crazy amount. I mean, I guess everything is relative,
substantial.
Right? $10 to $1 is a lot. Yeah.
If someone invested at $7 and then saw it go down to 1, that's pretty like devastating.
Yeah, that's
You're gonna have to have a lot of price action to get up there. But
I redact my statement.
Well, look what happened to Juno. Think if you're buying in at 45 and then it drops down.
Dude,
to
that's even worse.
$2.
Actually, I do know a lot of people that bought it. Like, I remember when it was above 27, I was like, okay, I'm not buying.
Imagine buying Luna at $150.
Dang. And then people bought it all the way down. Oh man, it was horrible.
Did you mint any more of those?
These no, or I never got an IBC Citizen. They're still at 86%.
Go to the all section. What's coming out tomorrow?
86%
usually here.
86 is good in this market.
Yeah, no, for real. But it's been sitting there like since last week, so there's been little activity over the last week on that one. But how do you tell what's coming out next week from here?
Well, I mean, I think the new stuff is dropping tomorrow, but a lot of the new stuff, they've already been there. Oh wait,
3%. There's only 1,000.
The whitelist.
Oh yeah, we talked about these, didn't we?
Yeah, and they still have.
There was one that looked good and one that didn't look good.
That was the good looking one.
Yeah, that was the good looking one. Yeah. Was it this one?
No. Yeah, no, it was. No, everybody's doing this damn 3D stuff.
Yeah, and it's like the Me Bit. I think that's what they're called, right? On Ethereum, it's just a copy.
Yeah,
I don't see the other one anymore.
People love ape projects, man. There's
this one is just a obvious copy, right? Like straight up.
So how does Stargaze just allow these collections to just post on here, like the Rick and Morty one, the Ricks, and then like it's like obvious copy, like copyright infringement, and they're just letting them do it?
I don't know if there's really any vetting process at all. I mean, I think you just pay your 1,000 stars and you do the back end work and you're up and running.
Yeah, I remember this conversation a long time ago before Stargaze even came out in the spaces. They were like, yeah, we want to be a permission. Was it this one? We want to be I think it was this one. They were saying we want to be a permissionless. Look how much that is compared to the other one. But we know that people are just going to put crap up there. You know what I mean? And,
they said that.
Yeah, and they said, well, when we come out, we want to have like a launch pad to where we decide what comes out.
You're on mute.
No.
Can't hear you. Can you hear me, Rusty?
No, I can't hear him. I just see
All
him
right, the show
talking.
just got good. That's
Well, while he's getting that figured out, it's a fine line. Like, where do you don't want to stifle creation, but you want to weed out a bunch of these bullshit projects. So
yeah.
we've talked before. I was hoping that they could do some sort of verification project, right? You get on there. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a certain badge or some sort of identifier, or just even like an osmosis frontier, right? Where you have verified projects on one platform and then other ones, you kind of buy at your own risk. They haven't been vetted yet or something like that. But
Yeah, that's fair.
it's a fine line because, like I say, you want new artists. Hey, it's nice to be able to get out there and say, I just want to do a small collection to get my feet wet and try and learn the ropes, right? So you don't want to discourage growth, but you don't want a bunch of shit projects either out there.
So let's just say I was like because y'all work on what you work on different ones, like y'all launch on Stars, Omniflix, right?
Stars, we've launched on Stars, Omniflix, and we did Hopers. We sold out on Hopers.
Hopers.
We were on set for Asset Mantle, but all the shit going on. I'm not going to get into that. I don't know all the details, but we didn't feel comfortable launching over there, so we pulled out. We decided, you know what, maybe some future date if all the stuff gets settled, but we didn't like the look of it, so we decided to back out.
Mic check, Clay.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. The voice of an angel.
Yeah, I think I think the cord got messed up. But yeah, they said they wanted to come out with quality vetted projects first, which they did.
Yep.
And then now they're coming out with a more permissionless type style where, yeah, you're going to see a lot of crap and it's going to keep coming. These are cute. Yeah. Look at that. But yeah, it looks like the one that we were just talking about hasn't actually started minting yet. Where'd it go? This one. It's in a day.
Maybe it's a different collection.
I thought I found the other one.
Called like something pets.
I thought I found it, and I put it on the screen. It's like way down here. Where'd it go? Anyway, these. Was it this one?
Those were the cheap ones.
Yeah, like that one looks the ugly looking one.
That's why it's at 2% minted.
320 supply too.
And I guess too, like the market, like we always talk about, the market will kind of dictate and kind of take care of itself. Like you keep posting trash, like the trash will just kind of sink down to the bottom.
Look, see this one, crypto is dead. The market is definitely telling you it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of agree with what you just said. Like if it's truly a trash project, but see, then I don't understand how these apes get minted. I mean, they're 50 stars, so I kind of get it. Like people are just, I want an ape for 50 stars, but it's kind of lame.
It's tough, man. Sometimes you'll see like great projects with zero sales, and then you'll see garbage ones, and they're like selling out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the market is just stupid. Kind of like with shoes and like people reselling shoes and consoles, and the market's just stupid.
So we had some experience with Loop over the week.
Oh,
and which was a very nice experience. If you want to bring up
Loop,
a solid marketplace.
Are they primarily going to be an NFT market? Because I know they want to have a DEX too, where like the DEX you have NFTs representing the actual liquidity, like your LP positions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but they had a mint recently for traders, and I think it's still going on right now.
Yeah, it is. It's moving slow.
They just passed.
There it is.
He was on our space a little while ago, so.
They just got over 1,000.
Yeah,
nice.
He was pumped about.
So what are they going to do at the end of that timer? They're going to burn the rest?
So
no,
he talked about that. They might do a burn, or they might do something where they could potentially lower the price and kind of extend it out.
Okay.
So I don't think all the full details are known right now, but that question was brought up. But I do like the timer because it puts a little more sense of urgency on there too.
Yeah,
Um, we've
the
had
FOMO
plenty
will
of
kick in.
we've had plenty of
Yeah.
projects that sit out there for a long time, and you don't want that, right? So it's a cool aspect, and this platform looks really kick ass. I'm really excited about Loop.
I'm excited for like these upcoming ones. Like look at
Hmm.
these spaced apes, the netted troopers. Wonder who that is.
Joe Dirt, Joe Dirt.
Some trailer park kids, some Los
Trailer Park Kid.
Amigos. Didn't you say the Los Amigos was a secret project or something like that?
No, I
I
didn't
thought
say
I
that.
heard that one of them was a secret thing kind of coming over, but yeah. So there's actually some good looking you know NFTs coming out here. I'm excited for the netted troopers and the spaced apes. I'm gonna grab that. Definitely gonna grab me a trailer park kid as well.
Oh yeah.
What I love too is you can mint in a stable coin as well. So if you're prepping potentially like a week or two out, like
Yeah.
you're not really worried about the fluctuations in the market. Like you have your stable coin, and unless that stable coin tanks, but I
Are they
guess
all
that's a
like
whole nother
that?
worried. Huh?
Are they all like that?
I don't know.
Like
But
are they all going to be in USDC or some of them going to be in Juno or?
that's a good question. I think
Yep.
still to
I'm,
come as far as
yep.
that, but it's a cool option. I don't know if any of the other NFT platforms give that option.
It's cool because the problem is we always just give the price in US dollars to avoid any fluctuation. So
Right.
basically a few weeks out we'll say it's going to be 25 bucks or that equivalent, but at the same
Mm,
time the price can skyrocket or the price can tank. So, we've started out with some being around, $30 and then it ends up drops and it's like 5 bucks. So I do like the USDC factor. That's really cool.
Yeah. So explain to us a little bit more your traders number 2596, Clay. We see that it's you can earn 1 USDC a day.
yeah, so it looks like, and it looks like it fluctuates based on the market because just a while ago it was like over $60 USDC value. So I'm not quite understanding that yet, but basically the traders had four tiers, and it was like 93% was tier four. So
Right.
tier three was I think 3 point something percent, and then tier one and two was like a ridiculous percent, I think less than one. I can't remember exactly, but
If you
it
go
was
to their
pretty
main
low.
page, it's on there. The
Yeah.
traders on the launch pad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, but basically, based on your tier, you get. And I don't know. Does it with this? Is it that it only lasts 60 days to get like the
No,
full amount, or like
I
what
think
is it
that's
saying
the
there?
vesting schedule, yeah. I think you've gotta wait 60 days to get it, right?
I have no idea. But basically, you stake these NFTs,
Yep,
and based on the rarity in the tier one, two, three, or four, you get different rewards.
yep,
Tier four gets 3.3 loop a day, and tier three gets 20 loop a day. So we'll see those start stacking up my loop
yeah.
bags whenever, because it doesn't look like we can do that right now.
No, not yet.
That
This is
Yeah.
so
totally some Luna stuff. Like Luna was always like staking their NFTs and stuff, and nobody else in the cosmos is doing that right now, are they?
Yeah. No,
Nope,
I don't think
nope.
so.
This is, it's really cool. It's a cool
No,
utility. The
they are.
staking the
Go
staking
ahead.
feature is not implemented yet. Sorry, Clay. But that's about to come out. That's about to launch. But it's a really cool feature, and it builds sort of utility into NFTs. So it's something fun. It makes it fun with the different tiers. I think one of these you win 100,000 loop.
Yeah,
So
and
that's pretty cool.
the top tiers one and two, you get G key too. You get a little G key sprinkled into your bag. So if you're lucky enough to mint one of those, you'll get some extra. Um,
Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
So not to self promote, but we have two G key in our upcoming launch as well.
Oh, awesome! And is it like two of them have one, or like I know G key is a pretty
Yep.
scarce asset. So how much? How are those going to be divided up?
So I think we're going to do it in tiers. I don't know all the details. We haven't worked that out yet, but I think we'll break it up among the tiers. So a certain tier will get, if it's tier 1 or whatever, it'll be broken into multiple little sub fractions of G key, because just 2, I mean, a G key is worth a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I heard it's going to be pretty scarce.
yeah, it's the gelato team's really really fun. We did their NFT series for them as well too. I don't know if y'all seen those, but yeah, the G key, it'll be a cool feature in there. And that's what the cool thing about the Loop platform is. If say you're a new blockchain or a new project, you can launch and put your tokens on there as well too, to kind of get them out there. So like I said, for it gives a little extra utility to it. So I think it makes it a little more fun.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what Rack did, right? Like they came out with that token on Juno,
Yep.
and then launched the NFTs on Secret.
I think this is going to be the death of Hopers.
Well, yeah, Hopers. I was going to say Hopers. Actually, you can stake your NFTs there. I know that the Juno punks have some way of being staked, and you get punk as a reward.
Okay. Have they changed the UI?
Hopers?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Does it still look like a?
It still looks pretty rough, but they do have a dark mode now. A little easier on the eyes.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
It's a little gray. You know what I mean?
No, this looks a lot better.
It does look a lot better.
It doesn't look white, like, because if you just have it as this, it's like, oh God, please.
Yeah.
Like this is like a little easier on the eyes. It's not so bad. It hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
It's just dark mode. But I think it's pretty cool. I've been eyeing these Juno punks. Like I want to buy this one just because it's 469. It's kind of a low rank, but I just like those numbers. You know what I mean? And he looks pretty cool. It's got a little background, but 48 Juno, I'm just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like 48 Juno staked generates so much more Juno.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard not to stake those coins for me, just because it's before October, and the inflation is going to go down. I mean, I don't know. Just I love Juno. Juno's tokenomics, like I like them.
Absolutely. The team over here at Hopers, man, they're top notch though, man. We've been working with them. We put 200 NOTs on there. We sold them out. So I mean, props to them. They've got an actually active little community.
Yeah, this looks a little nicer than it did when I first saw it.
It definitely does.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Maybe it has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember people were shitting on these, not shitting on them, like literally shitting on them. It's just funny.
What the?
I haven't seen those.
This one, people were shitting on this one because it's just a copy. But yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I mean, yeah, they're getting a run for their money with Loop and Stargaze and all that, but I think they're doing a pretty good job. Not gonna lie. These NetAnauts looking fly. I always like NetAnauts. They're sexy looking.
They are the gold. I really like
all these colors. These colors just pop. Their arms are a little weird, but
that one did look a little weird.
But yeah.
Yeah, with the cane and stuff, it's a cool concept, right? We wanted to make them look elitist, right? Like some
the gold.
Yeah.
I got stacks of gold.
So how long did it take you to draw all these, Rusty?
Well, it took my artist only a few weeks. So we have two artists. One is more detail oriented, and the other one does kind of more cartoony kind of art. But this guy is top notch. So we actually put out a prototype tonight, showed one of our Evmos as well too, which is just a PFP style. But so far, people seem like they've been liking it.
You gonna share your screen on
Twitter?
Yeah, it's up on Twitter. Yeah,
let's see.
You can search. Yeah. Now that's our validator one.
Oh, I see. Whoops. Oh wow!
There it is.
Oh yeah.
These are and yeah, this is what Rusty was saying was like Gen 4 or like something like that, right?
I like those. You know what it reminds me of?
What's
those Stargaze. What are they called? Fuck.
I like this. It's more of a PFP. You know what I mean?
That's
I think that's where y'all going. Is that right?
Well, look
Yeah,
at
for sure.
everyone. Everyone's got a PFP, man. It just seems like people want that, and we were putting so much attention on the
The
background too,
details, yeah.
which
Mhm.
are awesome, but I think you lose something. Maybe it's just too much for people to take in, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we've noticed
definitely.
that all the high selling ones have a more simple kind of background. So this has got some cool color to it, but it's not overwhelming. So it draws your eye to the front. So
hmm
this is
And
just
you can, like with the knots, I love about the knots that you can zoom in to see the details. But with this, you don't really have to. Like they're very highlighted and up in front. I like this style a lot. Like you said, the background is a little bit less detailed, but you can still add like that's pretty high level of detail
yeah.
as far as like what is on a typical NFT
Yeah.
background. So I say good job on that one, man. Your artist is very talented, and I like it a lot.
So we were doing some without the helmet, but the head we just couldn't get it right. It was looking like Buzz Lightyear, and I was like, just put the damn helmet back on.
Yeah, that's got to be difficult. Faces are always different or
It,
harder to do. But yeah, like
absolutely.
anytime you're able to take away any of the noise going on in the background, it always makes for such a nicer profile picture because you could focus on just
Yep.
exactly what that character is and just the background doesn't draw your eyes to anything.
Yep.
And with like profile pics, they go so small. So like being a lot bigger like that,
Hmm.
like I said, front and center, and you can like when you have a regular knot as your profile pic, you have to kind of like squint to see it. This you're not gonna have to do that. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I like it a
Yep.
lot.
It's all about just learning and adapting, right? I always say the same things, but I mean with NFTs, it's always changing and just things you thought you would do that or you would never do, you do. So it's you just got to pivot and go with the flow and figure out what works and what doesn't. So, I mean, the knots are great, but yeah, it's everyone wants to show off, their NFT as a PFP. So that's the direction we'll be heading.
So that's version 4, right? You said?
Version 3, I would guess, but I
Okay.
mean, we're just kind of making up numbers.
So if
This
this
is
is
Gen
like
Gen 2.
6.9.
super popular, are you going to go back and like change, like make a new collection in like stars, or those are like it is what it is?
Those are awesome. Those are just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep making new things. And one thing is, we're not afraid to make different collections, man. We've done some good ones and we've done some bad ones. But you know what? It's like, fuck it, we're having fun. Let's just
Yeah.
do something. And if
Yeah.
it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we tried it. So
I was thinking of
Yeah.
the Alpha Centurions, Clay.
That's what. Yeah, that is pretty similar as far as like spacey
Yeah, that vibe.
type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You gonna roll some dice a couple times for our viewer?
Hell yeah, we're gonna
We're gonna
get
do
some
some
bets
gambling
going
real
on
quick.
here in the background.
Chug a Corona,
Just
place
a
a
little
couple bets.
sideshow, you know what I mean?
hey, man.
Oh, and you won too.
Just a little sideshow. I've been losing so bad lately. So
Have you
bad.
played this at all, Rusty?
I have not, but I love it. I've seen it, but no, I haven't been in here or actually
Yeah,
played.
you can I've gone a pretty long time where I've stacked up, you know what
Oh
I mean, and
shit.
kept winning. You know what I mean? And then I do the biggest bet and then I lose it all every single time.
That's
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm doing so good. Let's do this one Juno, you know what I mean? And then I even did one at like 86% one Juno. And dude, it rugged me. I was like, oh, I never win on a 14%. And they won. And I'm like, that's proof. That's proof right there. Look at this. We won. We'll go again at 90%.
3 in a row. You've almost won a whole Juno.
Yeah. We'll see if this one rugs. If they win on a 10%, dude, that's just maddening. There's just no way. But yeah, they'll definitely take your Juno.
There you go.
They'll definitely take your
lost it.
Juno.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like you get like real good, and then even a 90% at one, and then they rug you. It's typical Vegas, man. Typical
Yeah,
Vegas.
I was gonna say, if you've ever
That's
been to
how it
Vegas,
happens.
If you've ever been to Vegas, that's how it works too, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give Rusty a chance to really shield the whole knots ecosystem, from the different collections that you have to the different programs that you have. Let's chat about it. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, man. So I mean, we've Genesis collection and Stargaze. Came out with the Juno knot. So we actually did those on Omniflix and Stargaze. So those sold out really quick. That was we caught lightning in a bottle, right? Because that was Stargaze just opening up.
Yeah.
Clay, you were a part of that, man. You were part of the original team when we were putting all that together and deciding everything. And looking back, we were so innocent. We just didn't know what we didn't know. So that was great. That sold out in literally 90 seconds. I remember I was at my day job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at my day job and somebody said, "Is it sold out?" And I was like, "No, it must be broken." And it was sold out. That was awesome. So yeah, we've done that. We've done Wanots for Chihuahua. We've done Star Knots. And now we've got the Netanauts out. So we had those on Hopers and on Stargaze. They sold out on Hopers. We've still got a fair amount over here on Stargaze. But people love the Juno knots. That's the OG collection.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. People really love that. And I love the throwback look. But
I like the stars. The star knots are like one of my favorites. They just look so cool.
They do look
that's where the background started getting more involved. And
yep.
I'm a fan of the backgrounds. Like I know that you went another direction, but man, some of these are just really eye popping and appealing. So that's what I like about them.
Yep. Well, we've still got we still got Osmonauts and we still got Omninauts that are this type with the full background. So we've still got those in the works, and those will probably launch on Omniflix. Because we had the Osmonauts, which are actually just sick. We had those for Asset Mantle, but like I said, we didn't feel comfortable launching over there. So we'll probably launch them on Omniflix. They're coming out. They're going to drop their Flix token soon. So we're hoping that will increase traffic over there. It's a great platform. Sisla, everyone over there is incredible. So we're hoping that, we could work something in, launch them over there in conjunction with the Flix drop. So it's been great. It's been a great ride. I'll go ahead and just real quick. We took this will be the last month that we're offering the commission discount. There's the whole Prop 3 thing in Juno, and we were doing commission discount, and some people frowned upon that. And to be honest, we have a brand to protect, and we didn't want to be seen that we were doing anything to skirt the commission discount. So we will no longer be doing that, but will be any funds that are for NOTs holders that continue to stake with Rhino, whether it's Stars, Juno, or Wawa with our validator knots.art. Those funds will now go 100% to NSA or not supported artists. And what we're thinking about potentially doing is creating a DAO where we're vetting different artists, and the community, the NOTs holders, can vote on who they want to bring in, and they would get 100% of everything. Everything would be taken care of, all their expenses, and then 100% of their earnings would go back to them. We usually take 15%, but with the new utility, it would 100% go to the artist.
That's cool.
So,
yeah, I think we talked a little bit about the not supporting artist program. Did you want to go a little bit more in depth on that and like what it is and what you do for people?
So basically, what we found out when we got into this, there's a lot of artists, but for those that don't know, getting onto a platform, there's a lot of back end work you have to do. There's metadata. You need an engineer. There's some coding that goes along with that. There's marketing. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into launching an NFT series. And so we figured, hell, let's give back. We've got this experience. Let's work with new artists and kind of help them out along the way. So we did that. We worked with Tangled Cosmonaut, Jinksto with the Wad Squad, which has been really successful. Pink Jellyfish in the room. So we've got a couple others, but it's been really successful. And the thing is, we've learned a lot along the way too, because I always say this, you kind of get this myopic view, and it's just like Jerry and I, we've got our ideas, but when you work with other artists, I mean, you learn so much. So yeah, the Wad Squad, I mean, he's got a huge community. Jinksto is a really great dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's funny. I remember he got onto one of the spaces and shielded his project, and he was just like, this is just for fun. I'm just having fun, like just join me. And like these have been like one of the greatest airdrops I've ever gotten.
Yeah, he doesn't take it.
I love it.
He doesn't.
Does he make this music too?
I don't know
who makes this music, because it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I want to get into audio NFTs like that. That's really cool.
So Jinksto is a really cool dude, man. He's just all about, these are just super fun, and that's what's great. I say this all the time, there's a lot of psychology behind NFTs and what makes people tick, and you want these to invoke some sort of emotion in people. So, we got into NFTs because we loved it, right? But there's a lot of psychology, and you never would have thought that doing this would take you deep into like the human psyche. But there's a lot of things that make people tick, and NFTs are part of that. They want, they want to be happy. They want to feel some sort of emotion when they buy it. So we're really trying to get into that and understand that more. And I just never thought that these would take me down that kind of rabbit hole. But yeah, the NSA program is just really, hey, I'm not a developer. I can't do that, but we can give back to the community and help other artists, right? Like we helped Jinksto, and now he's completely up and running and doing his whole thing. He's got a community. He's got everything going.
Yep.
And that's the whole thing. So if we can give back, but with taking away those commission discounts, now these artists would be 100% funded through our partnership with Rhino Stake to give back. And we would have a public wallet that's going to be public, but we're thinking about a DAO where they could just control that. And like I said, all the earnings would go 100% to the artist. So, it's kind of like a little pay it forward thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It sounds cheesy, but it really is.
I know an NFT collection who, like, before they do any like partnering or like whitelist giveaways or whatever be, they have like a Shark Tank kind of vibe where a collection will come in there and just like talk to the DAO and basically get their buy-in, basically because they don't want to like represent or have their brand represented in a negative way. So it'd be kind of cool if like your DAO that you were talking about, like these new projects come in and it could be like at a Shark Tank thing where they like, yeah, we like these guys. Let's go ahead and give them some money.
We were just talking about this earlier, because you don't want to represent somebody and like, hey, yeah, we're shilling them. We're saying, hey, there's this great new project. And then it pulls out to be ends up to be a rug pull. And then we've got egg all over our face.
Yep.
This is a company. We have a brand to protect. We want to put out everything we do is, we try and do the best for the cosmos. We try and maintain a great reputation. We always do what we say what we're going to do. So we don't want to do anything that isn't positive. Everything we do, we want it to be 100%. Yeah. So yeah, there will have to be, a really solid vetting process, especially since NOTs holders who are delegating to Rhino, these are stakeholders, right? It's their money that's going to fund this project as well too. So I think they should have a say in that and make sure that we're picking quality candidates.
So for somebody who's not too familiar with Prop 3, what is either one of y'all could kind of explain it just to give it a quick rundown?
It's basically that you have to charge 5% commission on the Juno network. So if you're a validator, you can't go below 5%. So what's kind of been going on lately is that people are thinking that some people are trying to skirt that 5% minimum by incentivizing delegators, right? So what we had is if you own a knot, you can get a commission discount back. But the idea was to just have a cool utility and really make people want to hold on to these knots and give them long-term value. It was never to skirt a commission disc or a commission, right? To say, no, it's less than 5%. It was just an incentive. But with all the sensitivity around that, we can see how it can be construed as that. And we always want to be out in front and be a leader and set the precedent. So once we heard these concerns, we met internally, we met externally with other members of the Cosmos and decided that it was best to just step away from that utility and move on to something different. Because once again, we have a brand to protect. We want to be leaders in the Cosmos. We want to be good citizens. So we just decided to go ahead and change it and just go ahead and break that and move on and try and find something different. But we always want to bring value to the holders of our NFTs. So this is what we've got, but we're always open to different utilities and keeping things fresh, because like I said earlier, everything changes all the time. You've got to be willing to adapt, and things that I thought that I would never do, I'm doing. Things I thought, you have to challenge yourself, because sometimes, I know I'm blabbing, but you think, oh, that's a stupid idea. But just because I think it's a stupid idea doesn't mean it's a stupid idea. I'm proving myself wrong all the damn time. So you have to be really open to challenge yourself as well too. But we want to be good cosmonauts. We want to be good ambassadors for the Cosmos. And so any kind of thoughts that we were doing that, we wanted to just break away from that. So long story short, we're ending that and moving towards funding other artists in the Cosmos.
Well, I think, like you said earlier, just because you guys are so active in the community and hosting spaces, and Gelato comes in, and then you guys have like a partnership to distribute G-Key. I think that's a pretty good, like a pretty solid utility that you guys have that you kind of don't highlight a lot, is that you do have partnerships with a lot of the upcoming projects in Cosmos, and being part of the NOTs community, you get a lot of information and opportunities to be a part of those early communities. So I think that's a pretty big utility that you guys kind of overlook and don't sell yourselves on. And I think that's maybe something you can highlight going forward.
I really, I'll quit blabbing, but I really love working with these other projects, because the cool thing about NFTs is there's just so many great ideas. I mean, the things that people think of, or experiences that you haven't had, that lead them to an idea. It's great. So, I mean, like, we worked with Tank and we did the Maneki Cosmos. We did that. We're working with Gelato, and it's like, we had a brainstorming session. And it's like, dude, let's do ice cream cones in a casino. Like, why the fuck not? And they look
So you guys do those. I didn't know that. I heard you say that in the beginning. I didn't know that. I thought that was Gelato.
They
That's
look
cool.
Sick. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I've been like not as involved in crypto as I'd like to be, but yeah, like life is getting busy for a lot of people. So,
I understand,
but it's fun to do what I can. But yeah, I didn't know that.
So
now I do.
Last thing, I keep saying that, but we're also working with BitSong, man. So we're doing right now is like, we're working on a rave knot, and what they're all going to have tracks on them. So it's going to be really sick. So we've got the visual, but then we'll have an audio component to this as well.
Where are those going to release?
We're just in the initial phases, but that's probably be later on in the year. But that team at BitSong, man, they're just behind the scenes, just building.
Yeah, you don't hear from them.
No, you really don't. And I told them they need to get out more. They need to get on our spaces and stuff, but they're doing some really cool stuff. And I mean, Clay, you might have heard this, but the first time we met with them, like 2 months or so ago, Jerry just went out and bought a big bag of BitSong.
Yeah.
The guy we met with started breaking out like flow charts and stuff, and he was like going off about the music industry and the things they're doing, and just taking NFTs to a whole nother level. So it was like, wow. And he wasn't even trying to sell us on it, but I mean, he did a hell of a job doing it. So it's really cool stuff going on over there. But I love almost as much as the art. I love the kind of NFT as a service and working with other teams because you get to meet all these cool people too, and just like people just doing badass stuff in the cosmos.
For audio NFTs, I've always had this thought that like a lot of video creators are going to want something like that, just random sounds that they can put into their YouTube video that they own and that YouTube could never copyright infringe them for. And if they do, they're just like, look, I have the NFT right here, I own it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if like Google recognized NFTs or something like that, ownership, that would be pretty huge, you know, because then I would be able to record all these different sounds, have them on a marketplace, and sell them to creators that want to use them in their videos. And it would just be such a more seamless way to, I think, distribute that kind of content to the people that need it. I don't know if that's what Bitsong is doing, but when I heard the name, I was like, you know what? This is my idea of what I think this is. But I'm probably completely wrong, and I think I am.
Think about Clay though, that you're a musician and you put your whole album out as NFTs and people got to collect the NFTs to get the album, right? So you could have this great piece of, you could have art associated with it, and then each one has a track or multiple tracks. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it's a great idea. It's a cool idea in that kind of treasure hunt aspect too. You could mix in, you've got to go and find different songs and stuff, and it's just really exciting. So we're working with them, but think about all the different ideas, things we could do based on the genre of music. So right now we're working on rave, but I mean, you could do country, pop, rap, R&B. I mean, any type you want, and associate some sort of NFT with that. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
I have two notes real quick. First one, did Stargaze change the logo? Looks different up in the top
Yeah,
left.
they did. Yeah.
My second thing is like I'm wondering like what platform would be able to, like whatever marketplace would be able to like play audio tracks for people to listen to, especially if like they're minting and stuff like that. Because I haven't seen, I don't know if Stargaze does it where you could hear audio like live while you're minting, or if only when you hear it when it's in the wallet. Just it's crazy to think about all the utility that they could potentially be doing if they're like making their own marketplace or whatever it be in the background that takes advantage of everything they have to offer.
Yeah, that's a good question, Clay. Can you pull up like that Jinx, that the vibes one, the cool vibes, and see if you can hear it on there?
Yeah, you could definitely hear it
on Stargaze.
Yeah, you can hear it on Stargaze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you guys can hear my audio.
Okay, no.
But yeah, you can definitely hear it.
Okay.
You can definitely play it on here.
But like, I guess you wouldn't need to hear it until you mint it. So I guess that's not the big deal.
But I mean, are you thinking like an album? Like I want to preview it before I buy? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of different things. Like if they're building like things that, like, because Stargaze isn't probably building their platform with Bitsong in mind. So is Bitsong building a lot of utility that maybe another NFT marketplace can't utilize? So therefore, it'd probably be in their best interest to make their own kind of marketplace, one that kind of utilizes all the tools that they have built in, all the utility that I'm just assuming at this point that they're building to make their stuff unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but yeah, Bitsong, it's really cool, man. Those guys over there are really, we meet with them every Friday. So I think most of them, though, everyone we've talked to has been over in Italy. So I don't know if they're all based over there, but it's a really cool team with some really radical visions for where they want to take it. But they're just in the background, just building quietly. But I wish they would maybe do a little more marketing and get some of their stuff out there. But they've got fan tokens and stuff like that. They've got Sinfonia that they put out. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but they've got a lot of stuff in the background going on. But you don't hear much about Bitsong at all. We got that airdrop, and then that was kind of it.
Yeah, I think my airdrop is worth like $30 now.
I thought it was even less than that.
Maybe. Well, sweet. I don't think think that's That's it, man. That's the show. Want to thank you for being on here, enlightening us with the awesome work that your team is doing. I've always respected what y'all are doing, the Knots Project, and just how y'all are helping artists out there who don't really know how. Like you always say it best, like you do what you do best. You draw, you have fun doing that stuff. We'll worry about all the hard stuff. So that's what I appreciate with that project that y'all are doing.
A couple things real quick, and I'll stop. But
Dude, you're good, man.
There's a lot of artists just want to focus on the damn art, right? They don't want to have to do all this other BS. And there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, even just doing the rarity, I've seen people take days to do just a rarity sheet. So, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, it's just a huge learning process. And a lot of people don't want to have to deal with that. Loop, we've got Trailer Park Kids coming out to Loop soon, next few weeks. Please check those out. It's going to be cool. We're going to have Loop tokens associated with that. We're going to have G Key associated with that. It's going to be really, really sick. We don't have a price point set. It's going to be really reasonably priced. We know that. And then shout outs to y'all. I mean, as I say, we met when we were there in Austin and we hit it off like we were old friends. So y'all are really, really genuine people. So I tell people all the time, we make these connections on Twitter, and then, you see people in real life, and it's like, you just keep going, right? Like Clay, I walked in the house and just met Clay, and it was like immediately we were just talking, just like, just like this right now. But really cool. Y'all are great people. And thanks for having me on. Sorry if I blabbed a lot, but
no, you're good, man. You helped fill up the space.
Sorry it took me so long. Like Clay was sending me messages, but he never even said what it was for. So he's like, "Hey, are you free some night?" But I had no idea. I just thought y'all wanted to talk to me about something. I didn't know it was to actually come on the show.
No, you asked if you wanted to be on the show, and then I was like, "Hey, like."
I did, but I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, man. So I was like, oh, okay. But anyways, glad we made it on tonight, man.
I could go for some Carnegie salad with cheese right now.
Oh my god!
I didn't know
where did you get those tacos though. Was it like around the corner at that place? Oh my!
Yeah, so just like like a couple blocks over, I had gone out just to walk around in the morning and get some exercise, and I was talking to Jerry, and I saw a bunch of people going to that place, and I was like, oh man, I bet everyone could use some tacos. But I got cheese on everyone, but I didn't know. And I even asked the lady, I was like, should I put cheese on the carne asada? And she's like, no. So I was like, okay, I did.
What the fuck? No,
she don't know.
Always put cheese on that shit.
I like them both ways, but I didn't know how everyone else would. I didn't know. I didn't think of y'all. Y'all are from San Antonio, so I was thinking about the other people.
So. That Mexican food restaurant though was so fire. It was so good. It was the best. It's crazy.
You have any shout outs, Clay?
Just shout out to Cosmos Spaces. Make sure to delegate your coins to our validator and be eligible for the Nomic airdrop, because we're definitely not in the top 20, and that'll help you out. Yeah.
True. Russ, do you have any more shout outs?
Shout out to Raccoon for taking all my Juno just now. I won like pretty good. I was up like 1 Juno and I lost it all. So thanks.
Yeah. No shout outs, just shout outs to all the people that have supported us along the way. I mean, it's just the Cosmos community is the fucking best. I mean, it's been nothing but love. We've learned so much, and in the NFT community, there's competition, but everyone is willing to help everyone, and we try and do the same thing. So appreciate all them. Appreciate Cosmos Spaces. Obviously, y'all do such a great job at providing a platform for people to, whether it's newbies or seasoned vets, or y'all got a lot of experts on the show. A lot of times that talking about shit that's just way over my head, but definitely appreciate that. It's been a fun ride so far, and hopefully Juno gets back to all times high soon.
Yep. Sweet.
I need it to, baby. There was like
we all needed to.
When it was like around $45, I was just, talking about retire.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He froze.
it was a hell of a month, man.
Wow, look at this. I haven't actually looked at this website yet, but it looks pretty clean. This is the gelato.
Yep.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that. That's snazzy.
Yeah, those guys are really good guys. I know there's been a lot of heat and stuff going on with everything going on. They're really great guys, really sharp. They've got a lot of really cool ideas and how they're going to implement NFTs and give it utility on there. So you could hold an NFT and it gives you a little better odds. Think about like doing a racing game, a horse racing game, or any type of game, and you're holding a certain NFT, and that's what you're using to bet. So there's a lot of cool stuff. I've listened to them talk a couple of times, but it looks great. So
I think sometimes things can get like the communication in spaces is not always the best, and I think maybe sometimes personalities too sometimes clash. And things
absolutely. So
for the most part, I think they're building and committed to the ecosystem for the most part. But I don't know, they kind of came out of nowhere, so I think people are kind of cautious of that too. Like, whoa, you came out of nowhere. We don't know you. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
people are really cautious a lot of times because it involves so much money sometimes.
Yeah, and given the platform, that's automatically going to give some concern, right? Just given the type of platform it is. Yeah, when you do come out of nowhere, hey, I don't know you. This is a gambling, this is a gambling site. I understand, but they are good guys, and there's always something going on in the cosmos. There's never a dull day around here.
That's for sure. Like recently, it's just been day after day of drama. But for the most part, we've covered all of it, and it's kind of cooled down.
Yep. So
I think we're waiting. Everybody's waiting for the Ethereum merge now. Everybody's all eyes on Ethereum and waiting on that.
Damn,
it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Are
we really gonna pump for the next month and then dump like crazy afterwards? Like, is it gonna be the sell a news event kind of thing? I don't know.
That's what they say, man. I don't know. So I own a little bit of ETH, but I used to be really hardcore into being an ETH maxi, but I made a lot of money and then lost a lot of money, just just like everything else.
Yeah, sounds like Gino.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
That was fun, Rusty.
All right, y'all. Well, really appreciate y'all having me on, man. This is fun. If you ever need a last minute replacement, just give me a shout.
For sure. Y'all take it easy, guys. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.